Hey guys, I just wrapped up the restoration of this 1942 Emerson 87641AL. This is a reversible Roundnose and the first 52-inch reversible fan I've restored so far. And what's so cool about the way these reversible fans work is it's a shaded pole motor like your typical downdraft antique, but each motor pole has wound shading coils, a clockwise set and a counterclockwise set, and the way that the fan determines which way to spin the motor is by using this Levolier as an SPDT toggle switch, and that just either shorts the counterclockwise or the clockwise set to bias the motor to run one way or the other way. So let me go ahead and fire it up and I'll kind of give you a demonstration of that. I used Rust-Oleum satin dark walnut on this fan. Compared to the 1936 I did a few weeks ago, the casting quality is pretty good until you get to the top. And this is after sanding and priming and all that, and it's still all that surface roughness just kind of went right through to the paint. But you know, I guess Emerson figured they weren't going to spend the man hours getting that all cleaned up if it's mostly not going to be seen when the fan is installed. But I digress. I'll go ahead and fire it up on high. Very quiet. Has a brand new consolidated bearing GT6, also made by INA and Andrews, and Etna F6 works as well. So brand new thrust bearing in there. It's running on high speed. It's pulling 1.7 amps, nameplate's 1.8. Of course, we're running without blades now. Let's drop to medium. 1.38 and low. 1.31. I was really glad to get this fan with the original Levoliers because especially this reversing one up top, they tend to not last very long. If they're pulled too hard, they can pull out of there and just kind of fall apart. But this one was intact, and after running some contact cleaner through it, it works the way it should work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the power off. Really ingenious and over-engineered bearing system in these fans. I don't know if you can see, the way the rotor's designed is quite a bit different than the typical Emerson rotor. You've got this big like oil shield on the outside, and then inside of that you have a double layer shaft with oil grooves machined one way on the inside and the other way on the outside. So either way the fan is spinning, it's getting oil all the way up the shaft. Pretty ingenious. And it's interesting they did it that way instead of just having unidirectional grooves on the same shaft like the later fans did. They went with dual layer shaft. Okay, so you can see now the motor is coasting down in clockwise as viewed from the top. So pull this. Okay. And I'm going to give it power now. Off it goes the other way. Gets a little bit of torque too. Yeah, so without any load on the motor, if I reverse it from this pull chain, there we go. See the pitch dropped, and it's pulling 1.8 amps instead of 1.7. So right now it's not very happy, you could say. But with the blades on it, that provides enough load for it to slow down and reverse itself whenever that pull chain is pulled with the fan running. And it's advertised as such that it can reverse directions while running. But when I'm testing it like this without blades, I have to pretty much let it coast all the way down. I can use my fingers to stop the rotor, and then yep, there it goes the other way. If you ever get one of these and it's not starting by itself, but it starts with a push, that just means your reversing Levolier is probably broken or the wires are open circuit somewhere in there. The wiring is very thin gauge going to that switch. You can see it there. The insulation is pretty fragile. I used a multi-conductor cable to get the power down there, and then a solid 20 gauge for the rest for the power. Pretty tight fit getting everything down the shaft, but if you wrap the ends and just kind of use the old electrician's wire pulling tricks, you can get it through without too much difficulty. But yeah, I'm hoping to have this fan up in my old bedroom. I've got a Century up there now. At first I was going to put a 56-inch round nose in there, but the dimensions of the bedroom are 12 by 20, and the 12-foot dimension, I thought with a 56-inch fan would be a little bit cramped. And plus, I mean, just having a reversible antique like this is pretty cool. And in the winter time, you know, you reverse it and it's doing its good to circulate the heat in the room a little bit better. So I think I'm gonna go with this. And I have some blades I've been working on sitting over there in the guest room. And I have another set I bought off eBay that I'm gonna clean up. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really glad this one worked out as well as it did. It's, like I said, my first reversible 52-inch fan. My other ones have all been small, 36-inch. But yeah, I went without a hitch, got good working original Levoliers on it. Nice and quiet. You feel the motor, there's just very little vibration to speak of. All right, thanks for watching.